All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a couple of real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, cliche alert. Aerosmith is back in the saddle again. Yeah, I thought that up all by myself. Yeah, the Peace Out tour is back. It's back. It's bad. It's nationwide, and it's coming to a city near me and near you. All right. Before I talk about how insurance is a very important component to all of this, insurance. Yes. If you know an insurance salesman, they're going to be happy to find out about the Peace Out tour. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'll explain that momentarily. First, I want to talk about a band. Yeah, some real music for you here. Cross Country Driver, baby. If you like old Aerosmith, you might dig this. It's called The New Truth. That's the name of the album. Muscle Car, good band, good looking guys, and they're playing great music right here. People often ask me, they're like, so how much does the record label pay you to promote their... That's funny, people. No, I do this look, I buy the CDs, right? I buy the CDs and then I tell people about them. Nobody see, and if I got like 10,000 views on a video about a band like this, then I'd just keep buying the CDs, but nobody seems to care. All right. So I have to come up with creative ideas that have nothing to do with the music I'm trying to promote in order for people to see this. It's kind of like a bait and switch, right? Get to the point, Dave. All right. I'm going to get to the Aerosmith thing shortly. Anyway, Cross Country Driver. Check it out. Again, makes a nice coaster. It is the new truth in the new normal that we're living in. Isn't this new normal fantastic? I'm just so loving this. So here's the headline. Aerosmith announces rescheduled dates for their Peace Out tour. Now, they're touring with the Black Crowes. So here's the way I look at this. They could just have the Black Crowes be the headliner. Now, hear me out before I get into my other theory about all this. Have the Black Crowes be the headliner, because we know that nobody in the Black Crowes has fractured their larynx recently. And the guys in the Black Crowes, even though they're getting a little long in the tooth, aren't nearly as old as Aerosmith. So I'm thinking they're your anchor, right? So Aerosmith opening up for the Black Crowes. I know that sounds bad, and I know the promoters wouldn't like it, but it guarantees that you're going to see a rock show. Because if Aerosmith somehow isn't able to do this tour, and I have my doubts, but, you know, I've also got some theories on why maybe this problem got solved. Because I had smart people who sing for a living, interact with me and tell me that hearing about Steven Tyler and his larynx, they're like, he's done. He's toast. There's no way. He just turned 76. Well, Dave, there are plenty of people out there that old, and they're doing a great job, like Don Henley, who's the same age. I'm sorry. There's a lot of speculation about Don Henley, right? About the singing, whether he's actually singing. And okay, so now I'm going to go down another tangent. So Steven Tyler is a much better stage actor than a guy like Don Henley, who just stands there. And he's always just stood there. Steven Tyler might be able to pull this off if he's getting a little help from, say, a vocal track, right? Where's this vocal track coming from? Wow. Steven Tyler, if Steven Tyler's voice sounds better than it has in, like, I don't know, 10 years, my guess is it's probably a track, right? And Steven Tyler, he's the guy who can pull that off. He's good at that. So that's one speculation there, right? And I could be wrong, could definitely be wrong, but we went from Peace Out is out to Peace Out is back on. And I find it kind of interesting. I really didn't think this was going to happen. And so, you know, you can buy ticket insurance. I would personally buy ticket insurance for the show, although technically it covers what happens to you, but maybe you can get a clause written into that and say, if this band in the middle of a concert can't continue for whatever reason, I'd like to get my money back. I'd like to get my gas money back. I'd like to get my hotel room money back. Whatever you did in order to go see Aerosmith, because it's the last time you could see Aerosmith live and in concert. So you've got to buy your tickets. Buy them. Just no. I mean, okay, fine. Go ahead and buy them, right? Look, I don't want to. Here's what I have to be careful of, right? So there are people that work in these venues, right? They work for the band, you know, whether they're selling merch or they're the actual roadies. Remember the guys that Jackson Browne paid tribute to years ago? I haven't heard that song on the radio in a while. Those people, I feel bad for those people because they're like, okay, we're going to make some good money for maybe 6 or 8 months. But now, you know, Steven Tyler broke his larynx. So fix this, right? So they may have fixed it. And why do I say that? Because really, it's kind of expected at this point. In order to finish the tour, we're going to use some vocal tracks. We're going to, and then you hear, yes, the band uses it to augment their sound. They want a full, rich experience for everybody. Okay, I grew up with this band, and the Bad Boys from Boston, when they played a show, you loved it, warts and all. You loved the distortion, the feedback. I mean, it wasn't like a highlight of the show, but you knew it was live, and you knew these guys were just putting it all out there. I mean, sometimes it was fueled by quite a bit of cocaine, but so what? I mean, we didn't really know or care that much about that stuff that was going on behind the scenes. We just watched, we marveled. Hey, here's a bunch of guys who are just bringing it live, you know, and that's the reason this music did so well, because the records were good. The live performances were, quite frankly, even better. And Aerosmith, much like the Rolling Stones and a lot of great live bands, they sound very different live than they do on the record, which makes the concert experience very interesting. But now what they've tried to do, and they've done it through technology, is to make the concert experience sound like the album, which, you know, a lot of fans probably like that. They appreciate that because that's the way they're used to hearing the music on the radio. And so they're comfortable with that. It's like comfort food. But if Joe Perry goes off and does this huge solo and you know, you've got the casual fans who are sitting there going, when are they going to get back to the song? I've heard people say that. When are they getting back to the song? Okay, they've gotten out of the song. This guitar solo thing, I know it's annoying, but in the old days, we used to like guitar solos, extended guitar solos. Joe Perry just strutting around the stage all by himself because everybody's left. Not anymore. Nope, get back to the song. Get back to what you were doing. So details on this tour. Again, presented to us by Live Nation, who I think has a contingency plan in place. They have their own insurance built into this. Trust me, because the money is just too good. There's too much money involved. There are millions and millions of dollars at stake. So I'm thinking they've worked this out. They've thought to themselves, what if Steven Tyler has the same issue happen to him again? Well, don't worry about it. I mean, in fact, there's a good chance that Steven Tyler out of the gate is not going to do Back in the Saddle. And if he is, it's going to be a, shall we say, younger version of himself from many years ago singing the song. All right. So the tour is set to resume September 20th in Pittsburgh. It'll wrap up in February in Buffalo. Just like the original plan, the new dates include a New Year's Eve show in their hometown of Boston. That's going to sell out quickly. Aerosmith has also added 3 new shows to the Trek. I love when they use the word Trek. It's a tour. It's a tour. The opening date in Pittsburgh, as well as shows in Philadelphia and Orlando. The Black Crowes, again, will open for Aerosmith, which is good news. On their first opening, their first show, Teddy Swims is going to open. He's a guy that Neil Sean was hanging around with a little bit. Tickets purchased for the original run will be honored for the rescheduled dates. So if you didn't get your refund, if you really thought honestly that this band would be back, which I didn't, and you kept your tickets, they will be honored for the new shows. If you don't have tickets yet, tickets will go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. A complete list of dates can be found at aerosmith.com. So there you have it. Tyler said he was heartbroken having to postpone the original tour. And he did say, I promise we will be back as soon as we can. After he said that, his phone rang. It was probably Irving Azoff saying, don't worry, we got this. We'll just, wait a little while. The fans will think, okay, he's gone through the rehab. He's fine. And even if things don't work out, we'll make them work out because we've got technology now. You see what we're doing with the Eagles? Maybe. Okay. I have to qualify all of this. This is speculation. This is merely for entertainment purposes only. I could be right. I could be very wrong. Just like when all these people are just dropping dead, could be anything. I don't know what it is. Could be that we're eating crappy food. That could be it. Anyway, before I go, here is Cross Country Driver and The New Truth. If you like old Aerosmith classic rock from the 70s, which I do, why wouldn't you? Check this out. It's called The New Truth, and it's good. And again, not getting paid by anybody to promote this music. This is why I struggle with the idea of doing this at all. I should just not do it. Nobody cares. The bands, I never get an attaboy from anybody in a band. You'd think, even if they don't like me, that they would say, hey, that guy plugged our CD. That was kind of cool, right? Nope. Don't hear a word. Nothing. So anyway, folks, I do what I do for you, for me and for you. And thanks for watching. If you want to support, say you're a band and you want to give me a little attaboy, there's a new Buy Me a Coffee feature. If you go into the description of this video, you can buy me a coffee. You could buy me 20 coffees if you wanted to. I really can't drink that much coffee. So what I tend to do is put gas in my car and try to pay the mortgage with that money. Now, I know for some people that's wasteful spending, but compared to the government, I mean, I'm probably a lot better with the money. Plus, I invest in CDs. I do. I mean, who bought this? I did. The record label didn't send it to me. So if you want me to keep promoting new material here, you might want to buy me a coffee if you can. If you can't, I get it. There's also Patreon and YouTube memberships. And folks, we have to have fun. We're in the last days. So we've got to enjoy. We need to drink and be merry, for tomorrow at some point we die, right? So in any event, hopefully you have your affairs in order, and you've accepted Jesus Christ as your Savior. And like I say, just try to enjoy your life. Try to block out all of the noise, because it's really hard to do. Put the phone down for a little while and go out for a walk, or put on some headphones and listen to some classic Aerosmith or this new band, Cross Country Driver, and just escape. Get away from it for a little while. All right, I'm done rambling. God bless everyone. Talk to you soon.